Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Many Tribes, One Kingdom. It's your good buddy John here with today's video, and we are joined as always by our co-host who thinks he's funny but isn't.
You're the one who called me a Clefairy just before we recorded. This man called me a Clefairy before we recorded. I just want to make sure that it's noted. Anyways, welcome back, guys and gals.
And Dustin.
Oh yeah, by the way, my name is Dustin. I'm sorry. I completely forgot.
So today we are doing another song analysis, and I encourage you to watch to the end of this video before you make your decision, because you may be very surprised by us reviewing this song. Just hear what we have to say before you say anything, okay? Deal?
Absolutely. Yeah, that honestly, this is a very serious. Well, all of ours are very serious, but we are taking a turn from our typical song recommendations into our not recommended list.
Yes,
and it's a shame that it's a shame we bring this song forward because this song has very beautiful, a good music behind it, but the lyrics are the problem.
So, Reckless Love. Let's talk about it.
Oh, before we get into discussion about it, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. If you like this video, please hit that like button and go in the comment section and tell us what you liked about this song, or if you disagreed with what our analysis says.
All right. So, everybody remembers when Reckless Love was like the #1 Christian song.
Oh, yeah. Whew.
I remember when this song, you couldn't go anywhere Christian without hearing it. It was very popular. It was everywhere. And so you may have some very deep connections to the song. You may be wondering, John, Dustin, why are you coming after this song? One word: reckless.
Yeah.
A significant amount of the lyrics are actually decent. The verses and the bridge are very accurate, in my opinion. But we cannot overlook the word reckless being used here, because God is not reckless. I want to stress that right now. God is not reckless. Reckless is a negative word that means you act without thinking, without caring. And that is not who our God is.
Well, let's look at the term reckless. Like, what does it actually mean? Reckless is an adjective, and it is defining of a person who doesn't think or care about the consequences of an action. Sort of an example of this is like reckless driving. You're going out and you're not caring about the signs on the road or the fact that you're in a pedestrian area. You're going to drive 80 miles per hour going down city streets. It's pretty reckless.
Yeah. And you may be saying, well, John, Dustin, God didn't care about the consequences. Jesus went to the cross, but that's not reckless. First off, Jesus knew what the consequences were. He knew what was going to happen, and he very much cared. He did this because he cared. He was not being reckless when he went to the cross. This word right here is the whole problem with the song, in my opinion. And there are better words that would fit in here and wouldn't change the rhythm or anything like that at all, and would actually make the song a perfectly theologically accurate song.
For the most part.
Yeah. Dustin, do you want to introduce those words?
So a couple of those words are sovereign, selfless,
endless,
abundant.
Abundant wouldn't fit.
It could fit.
Yeah, you know what? Now I see it. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
These words right here, you could take reckless out. You could put them in. You could put selfless, endless, sovereign, or abundant. And I'm sure there's others that we're just not thinking of at the moment. But you could put these words in, and the song will be much better. I would highly recommend it then. But as Reckless Love stands at the moment, I do not recommend that you play this in your church at all.
So let's dive deep into this. Why was the term reckless even used in this song? It honestly, at this point, it doesn't really matter why the songwriter got Cory Asbury It doesn't matter why he used this word. It doesn't matter what he felt that the meaning of that word should have been. The definition of the word cannot change just because you want to use that in the song. There are many different words that could be used. And because when you think about it, no one, when you hear reckless love, it's just like, oh, didn't Cory Asbury say this about the song? No, they're not going to think about that. They're just going to think of the words and the lyrics of the song. And that causes a very big problem when you have people who are young in the faith who are going to start believing this, or you're trying to bring people into the church and they hear this, they're going to think, wait, your God has reckless love? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's not what it means. Well, that's not what your song is saying now.
Yeah.
You see the problem? It's just this song, the way you write a song, you need to be able to connect with somebody who's just entering into the church for the first time to somebody who's been going to that church for, I don't know, about 30 or 40 years. You need to be able to build that bridge, build that connection for them so that no matter where you were in your faith walk, you can understand the song and it'd be perfectly fine.
Yes. And understand this is not a personal attack against Cory. Neither of us know Cory personally. And I'm not going to speculate where his faith is or anything like that. I refuse to be that Christian YouTuber who's going to sit here and condemn him. I don't know. That's between him and God. Okay? Because we can, people do make mistakes. I'll admit that. Again, I'm not going to say what I think. Actually, I don't think anything on that matter. But I do believe that reckless is the wrong word to use. Reckless is a term I've mostly heard applied to teenagers.
Yeah, and sorry, go ahead.
You typically hear of teenagers being called reckless. I was considered reckless at one point, but I matured. So to say that someone is reckless is to apply a certain level of immaturity to them, and we know God is not immature.
And when we examine the Bible and when we look at all Scripture, you will never find the term reckless being attributed to God's love. It's never that case.
You won't even find the concept of it.
It's never the case because God's not reckless. He's very tactful. Because we can point to the time when Jesus was in the wilderness. That's an example of God's love. It wasn't reckless. It was tactful, strategic even. He gave us instructions. That's not a embodiment. That's not an example of recklessness. If God was going to be reckless, he was going to leave but there'd be no instruction. He said, all you got to do is believe and leave no instructions to how to live right according to him. That's what a reckless God would do. But our God is not that. He left us strict instructions to live our lives according to how he wants it. And he doesn't go outside of those restrictions himself.
So me personally, I find the best word that fits here is selfless, because I did read Cory's post on what he wanted this song to be. And really, he was describing what could be termed selfless love, in that God doesn't care about what consequences he has to face in order to save us. That's selflessness. That's not recklessness, though.
Exactly.
So,
sorry, go ahead. Finish.
Again, just don't play this song.
If you need a song and it sounds really similar to Reckless Love, but you want it to be theologically accurate, well, there is a band out there called Jesus Wannabes who created or did a cover of the song, changing the lyrics of it to be more theologically correct. It's a beautiful song. It is a rock song, but you know what? You may be able to take the song and create a contemporary cover of the song for your band in church. Do it. We do recommend you do something like this because
Dustin, you didn't tell the name of the song.
I know, I will. I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying we recommend that you do something like this because reckless love is an affront to God. It's an affront to what we believe as Christians. Now to the name of that song. Sovereign Love. I love it because it points to God's sovereignty over us, but it's almost a perfect fit for the lyrics that are already in place. They did change other lyrics in the song. I can't really tell you why they did that. I don't fully understand it myself, but I do know it is more theologically correct.
Yes.
You got anything else to add, John?
That's really it. Like I said, I know that this song was very popular for a time, and for some people, they don't want to hear anything bad said about Reckless Love. I understand that. In fact, I'm going to tell this story. There was a time when Dustin was into Reckless Love.
Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah.
John was too, but then, so I originally heard a video from Mike Winger where he examined it, and I was like, ooh, yeah, okay. And then I remember when I brought it to you at first, you actually tried to defend it with the same arguments that we were talking about here.
Yeah.
So, it's not like we came after this song when it first came out. I want you to understand that. We both used to highly like this song.
Yes. And here's just one final thing. For those of you who want to defend Reckless Love to your grave, guess what? Your worship, your liking of this song doesn't matter, because when you're singing this song, this is an act of worship towards God. And if it's not theologically correct, and guess what? I don't know what God does when he hears a theologically incorrect song, but I could probably guess that he won't hear it. And your worship will be meaningless from that point. You need to sing a song that is highlighting God's qualities, highlighting what he's done in your life, highlighting what have it all live, having it all abide within Scripture, having it all affirmed in Scripture as well. Because if you do anything that's outside of Scripture, then it's just meaningless at that point.
Yes. So that's really all I've got. And is that all you got?
That's all I got.
So thank you guys for watching this video. We do have another song coming up this month, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be another one where we're taking a look at a harmful worship song.
Yeah.
And so let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this. If you have a song that you think is harmful in worship, let us know down in the comments. We might sit down and take a look at it. Or if you want to recommend a song that you want us to look at that you think is good, please tell us in the comments if it's a good song or a bad song.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll take a look at it, and we'll consider making a video on it.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys and gals for watching this video. We do love our M-Talk universe. We want you guys to engage with us. Thank you again. Have a great day, and God bless you.